Good day, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are watching from. All right, this video is for my parents and guidance out there. School is about to resume. Okay, I want to leak a little strategy for you on how you can know if your child is really learning in school, on how you can know if your child is really grabbing what he or she is being taught in school. Okay, at times when our children comes back from school, we would want to find out what they learn, what they were being taught, and that child refused to speak. She or he did not refuse to speak because he doesn't know, or he did not grab anything, or he was not taught, but because the child is exhausted, or most at times the child is not in the mood to answer that very question you're asking that child. Maybe the child is in the mood of playing, he wants to play, or he wants to eat, or he wants to sleep, or he wants to rest, and you're bringing up a conversation about school. The child would not answer you. So you don't conclude and say, this child is not learning anything, I'll be spending my money for nothing. No, that child is not in the mood to answer that very question. It's the same thing is applicable to we teachers. A teacher will bring a child to come and write, and the child will hold the pencil and start looking at the teacher. Do you know why? That child is not in the mood to write. And when you observe that the child is not in the mood, you leave the child. All you do is to ask the whole children to stand up, and when they stand up, you start singing rhymes, start playing with them. You can even take them outside the school compound to play with them, just to get their attention, just to bring them back to the mood of learning. So after reciting poems with them, you understand, and you bring them back inside with that joy of playing and reciting poem, they can now be able to open and do whatever you ask them to do. That is children for you. And when you try to force a child, there are some child that when you try to force them, you have spoiled everything. They will not answer you again, they will not write again. Or you this child don't know how to write. A teacher will call a parents will call a teacher and say, this child does not know how to write, he cannot write. What is David learning in school? He cannot write. No, he cannot write. Same thing that has happened to me before when my child was like in nursery 2. I was like, when I bring book in the house for him to write, he will not write ABCD, he cannot write. Read, he will not read. But in that aspect of reading, I found out that when he's on his own or playing, he will start reciting those things and reading those things. I said, okay, he can read, but